In January 2021, the lifeless body of Raphael Napa Andre was found inside a portable toilet just steps away from a drop-in shelter in Montreal. He had been forced to leave the shelter due to the COVID-19 restrictions and a curfew that was in place at the time.
La mort tragique de mon frère, il fallait que ça arrive pour qu'on voit, pour qu'on ouvre nos yeux, tout le monde.
Since then, Andre's family has been waiting for answers.
Nutshimit-Innu, Monsieur Andre.
Today marks a step forward as a public hearing finally began. Quebec Coroner Stephanie Gamache will oversee the inquiry.
Malgré tous mes efforts sur de longs mois pour atteindre cet objectif en lien avec le décès de Napa Raphael, les informations que j'ai obtenues à l'époque sont restées fragmentaires. Malgré mon accès à un dossier médical fort volumineux, mais qui s'est avéré au moment de l'investigation incomplet.
Gamache said that her investigation raised questions for which she did not have answers, and it made it impossible for her to finalize her report into the death of the 51-year-old. She felt it was necessary to call for this inquiry. Montreal-based activist and executive director of the Montreal Native Women's Shelter attended the hearing.
I had the Raphael Andre memorial tent, so that was in reaction to his death. And we knew that during this curfew that people were going to die. So this is why, when it happened, that we came together.
In his testimony, Detective Sergeant Alexandre Bertrand said that nothing at the scene indicated that a violent crime had taken place, nor that a third party was involved.
So far, it's pretty emotional to hear how they're portraying him, and it's kind of stereotypical.
Olivia Audet, officer with provincial police, testified that at the time of death, Andre had an active warrant for his arrest because he allegedly threatened a frontline worker in 2020.
Would have liked to have heard about who he was as an Innu man. That was not brought. You know, who he was as a person, not necessarily his criminal record or the fact that he drank. Like, why aren't we talking about who he was? And why don't we look at all those contributing factors?
According to an occupational therapist who treated Andre on and off, the homeless man suffered from severe alcoholism, anxiety, and cognitive issues due to repeated trauma to the head. She stated that Andre received care and support from services on several occasions prior to his death. Testimonies will continue over the next 2 weeks and will conclude in June. Andre's family was not at the courthouse today, but are scheduled to testify next month. The hearings will also include testimonies from frontline workers and experts. Maricela Amador, APTN National News, Longueuil, Quebec.